What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to take a look at LKCO stock, otherwise known as Luokung Technologies. So this is going to be a little quick update video, just taking a look at what's going on with LKCO. And just remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do your research before making any investment. But so far, in terms of updates on the news side of things, I just haven't seen really anything going on. So I figured I'd just look at the charts and just see like what's happening right now. So for the most part, if you guys saw for the past weeks, it was trading upwards, massive gain in price, and then it started to sell off, and it broke below the 50 EMA. And pretty much ever since around March 22nd, 23rd area, once it broke down below 50 EMA, it sold off for quite a bit. And then recently we had this buy volume come in. We tried to break out. We couldn't break out the 50 EMA, so it sold off a little bit lower again. And then getting in closer, we do have some more green candlesticks here. And we just tapped, barely broke through, but then you can see the little spike in the candlestick. It didn't make it all the way, and then pretty much sold back down. And at least right now, when I'm recording this, it's currently a red candlestick. So it seems like we aren't able to break out the 50 EMA. So we already tried once here. We tried again here. And there's really not much news or any catalyst in the next week or so that I'm going to see potentially what causes to break out. If there is any updates that you know of that I just haven't seen yet, feel free to comment below. But for the most part, it seems like the biggest thing we're still waiting on is the delisting update. So in case you guys are brand new, have no idea, I'm not going to talk more about LKCO and what they do, but I'm going to give you some history background. But essentially, they're supposed to get delisted, or at least they were earlier. They got that date extended till May 8th. And so far right now, we basically have a month-ish, give or take, to figure out what's going to go on. And through this month, unless some other partnership comes afloat or something else that I just don't know is happening, then yeah, we could see this start to trend back upwards. But just looking at the current chart right now, I mean, we do have here forming higher lows. So I mean 110, and then now at this candlestick right here, we're like 118. It's nothing crazy, but in terms of like the trend for the RSI, it looks like we could indicate that it's going to start trending upwards in a bit. But for now, at least right now, it's just we're not able to get out of this 50 EMA. So in the short term right now, if this were to continue to drop, and even the market, let's say the market starts to turn red, so far it's been, I'd say, fairly neutral. Not too much is going on in terms of volatility. But I mean, we do have the support levels. And then here we have some strong support in the 105 area. So we could see that bounce off the 105 and then potentially continue rising back up. And then obviously we have the low here at, it was like 69 cents, 68 cents. So worst case scenario, people just decide to exit. They move their positions to other companies. Then that would be the drop there. And that percent, let's look at the current percent drop. That would be, like a 40 plus almost 50% drop. So it's not super crazy, but that's still a massive loss if you were to go all in. So just remember, this is a super risky play. Like, this is something that I would say you have to do all the research you can, do all your due diligence, because if this does get delisted, I would assume, again, I'm predicting the price would tank. So just keep that in mind. This is super risky, but at least right now, there's just not much going on besides just looking at the chart right here. Now, if this were to break out the 50 EMA, then we could get some more data, and that would indicate how we're doing. But ideally, what I would like to see is it breaks out the 50 EMA, starts consolidating for a bit, and just gives us more confirmation that, look, we're trending upwards now and that we have some more potential. But at least right now, at least on the 1 hour chart, there's not much I can work with here. Besides that, we could see this. Looks like it has the potential to trend upwards. And if I draw a little trend line here, you can see like the path that it could be going, where it consolidates, maybe bounce off here, and then continues again, which that would be nice to see. So let me get rid of this one right here so you can see it better. So in terms of what it looks like now, I would like to see this continue to consolidate, maybe dip slightly, but then start to trend upwards more, and that would give us a better indication on where LKCO is headed. But at least right now, there's not much happening. So I can't give you guys really updates on actual news or maybe like partnerships, because I just couldn't find anything recently. I've already done plenty of videos before showing what happened already. But hopefully, if we could see this break out and then start trending upwards, we could test the resistance out here at the 163 area, give or take, 164. And then hopefully, if this were to do even better, we could go back to test the highs here, which was like around the 220 plus mark. So if that were to repeat, and at the current price point, I mean, you're looking at pretty much like almost a 70% gain, give or take, assuming you get in at the current price today. But that's assuming too that the price were to increase at that point too. The levels in terms of the volume right now, like you can see the volume, it's micro compared to back here. So we definitely need to see more volume first. We need to see more demand and just more updates going on. But until then, I feel like we just have to wait and see, just consolidate for a bit. And then once we see a better indicator, whether it's downtrending or if it's going to continue uptrending, then we can figure out, what's the future for LKCO. And here I just put a Webull for the volume, and right now, at least for the day, it seems like it's not too crazy, like, less than 3 mil. So in terms of the volume, this definitely has died down. Maybe later in the day it increases, but or maybe throughout this week. But normally I was watching it, it had like 10 plus mil volume right there. So it looks like for this week, the volume for most stocks aren't as much this time. So again, maybe it just might be a slow week. We'll have to wait and see. But definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below, your price predictions on LKCO. Do you think it's going to get delisted, or do you think that some big updates are coming up soon and that breakout's about to happen? Next thing you know it, the price surge up. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Also, be sure to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new so you can see more updates on the market. And one last thing, if you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then be sure to click the first link in the description below. Sign up for an account, and as long as you deposit $100 minimum or more, you'll be able to get 2 free stocks valued up to potentially $1,850. And aside from that, I will see you in the next video.